me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. It's caught by Fudges. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The third-year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
58. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Prescott looks to throw on first. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. 4 yards on the pickup there. Now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Adrian Amos on the tackle. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 13.
Watch the run, watch the run. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check it out. Hey, kill. 47. 42, man. Here we go, 47. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos. With a pick.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Elliott on first down, going to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Check. Switch. Check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Break that. 318. Get 300. Get 300.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards, 1st down Packers. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Rodgers to throw once more. Funches has it complete. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coach just...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And I think the ball's out. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
We're going to 54. Why?
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. From the 31, Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Prescott now, and that is incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Rodgers throwing again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
The first down screen pass, good for 5. So using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Check three.
On play action, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
A gain of 9 yards and a Packer first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Rodgers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60% at its 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
A gain of 15.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 17, Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Elliott. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. There he goes, right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Power running by Zeke, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now Elliott. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go, 46.
From the 44, Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Ezekiel Elliott.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Here we go, 47.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go, kill.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. There's a ball thrown right side and complete, and they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, Mike's 42, Mike's 42. I'm here all day. Mike 42, Mike 42. Rip left, rip left. Mike 42.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown of the afternoon. For the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Zerline connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They start on the ground with Elliott. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
We're going to 53. Rush in. 26.
They go to Elliott again. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League.